Hi Taurus, welcome to the channel, welcome back if you've been here before. So this is a timeless reading, so these messages are coming to you whenever you find this video. So we're using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck today, so let's shuffle the cards and see what messages come through for you, Taurus. So Taurus, at the very centre of your reading, we've got the Eight of Swords, which has come through, which tells me that a situation and the energy surrounding you at the moment is that you could be quite in your head. The Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped, it's about feeling anxious, it's about feeling tied up in knots inside, so that kind of knot of anxiety that I see as well. And this woman here in the Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded, she's tied up and she's lined up with these swords, and the story behind it is that she can actually unravel these knots and remove the blindfold herself, but she's kind of she doesn't realize that, and that it's almost when the negative thoughts are really on top of you, and it's hard not to believe that that's what the truth is. Now crossing it, so this is really what I'm seeing will help you move out of this energy in this space, is Temperance, which is a major arcana, which is a beautiful card actually, which is about bringing some kind of flow and trust back into the situation, some kind of give and take as well, like some balance that needs to be restored. Something has got out of whack and has put you in this negative space. So this could be with someone, or could be anything really, Taurus, of what resonates with you, like a work situation, a relationship, a health situation. So anything, take what applies to you. And with Temperance, it's about needing to have patience. It's about, I feel like, needing to take like a gentle approach to yourself and to the situation, so taking a breather if you can, but taken it slow really, and trying to restore a sense of balance and a sense of peace somehow, which I know can be easier said than done at times. But we've got the Ten of Swords come through as well, which tells me that the worst is over. So if a situation that has been really difficult and has been really tense and taken so much out of you, we see the Ten of Swords when someone's just, collapsed down with the Ten of Swords in their back, and they are so done. But with that kind of energy of feeling so done, and comes the message with the Ten of Swords that the worst is over. So, and the Ten of Swords signifies about something coming, kind of a cycle coming to an end really, Taurus. So if you've been through a particular bad cycle of self-doubt and anxieties, or a situation has really driven you to the edge and got you really in your head and feeling so stuck and trapped, is what I'm feeling as well. The Ten of Swords says that the worst is over. Now there's some kind of conflict, so I do feel that there are others involved in this Five of Wands. So there could be some disagreements with people around you, so it could be loved ones, it could be colleagues, but it's like there could be some kind of, you could actually have been having rowing, having fights and at home with family life, or I'm just hearing like disagreements, or you could be really butting head with someone or people at work, like maybe your colleagues are making your life really difficult in some way, or a boss, like I said, or loved ones, family members. And with the Five of Wands comes, even though it's difficult and that's obviously challenging, the Five of Wands tells me that this is like a passing phase. So things will roll on in a way that it won't be any serious long-term harm that will be done from this, in the sense of, with particularly what's going on at the moment, like the most recent conflict that you've had, in a way it will be ultimately forgotten about, and you will all move on from that. Even this happens again, you know, maybe if this is someone that you just butt heads with at work, and maybe you're worried that it's going to lead to and escalate to something bigger and worse, but I'm seeing that it won't. It'll just sort of, it's almost like the ebb and flow of a tide, that it'll just sink back down, might come back up again, and that you'll just kind of have that a bit of to and fro tussle, like a bit of a clash of personalities in a way, and then it sinks back down. And this is the same with family. Maybe even it's something that could have been going on for years, you know, that this is just a bit of the dynamic between you and that person. But it's not going to escalate, I suppose, is the important message with that card. If you're worried that it's going to become bigger and cause and get worse, and I'm seeing that it's not. Now, in the past, we've got the Page of Pentacles, which tells me that an offer came through, or you worked hard on something that became tangible, that was rewarding. It could be financial benefit for you, like it could be at work, something that I'm seeing you in a positive position here, Taurus, like something that you've been working hard at and has paid off. So maybe you had a breakthrough, maybe there was a promotion at work, maybe it was financial reward, maybe it's in a relationship and you've been working harder to make things, to improve things, or to show up differently in some way, to do something differently in a situation, but it's required quite a lot of effort and hard work and sustained energy. With the Pentacles energy is like a slow and steady progress, but you've reached some kind of milestone with the Page of Pentacles, or for some of you it could be some kind of offer that came through. But I'm hearing breakthrough. So with this, in the past or in the recent past, I'm seeing that you did have some kind of breakthrough, and you can expect that to continue, because in the near future we've got the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like it's you being able to build on that. The Four is kind of, I'm seeing like as a foundation. You know, if we see the bottom of a square of four, like a stable base, a stable foundation. Now with the Four of Pentacles comes the message as well, though, not to limit yourself, really, like not to get stuck and too fearful on maybe the progress that you do make, so that you can expect this growth and success to kind of roll on. But at some point you may begin to hold a little bit too tightly onto that success or onto that growth. So if you get a certain financial reward, you might become fearful that just the grasping a little bit too tight on the progress that you made, and kind of maybe suffocating the situation a little bit. You don't want to take the life out of this situation, the potential for it to grow even more. So again, this could be a relationship that's going well, and then you might feel, for example, you might start to feel some worries come in that you might lose that, because it's almost like it's going so well, you've got that, and then you're like, oh right, okay, this is, begin to tighten the grasp on it. Or with a work project it would be the same, you know, that maybe if you'd have been a little bit too controlling, because if you can keep that space of movement, we've got the Eight of Wands, which is about things moving quickly. I feel like that you'll progress even further quite fast as well if you can avoid getting too tight about things. The Eight of Wands is about like new information coming through, things moving fast. The Eight of Wands is passion, it's desires, it's energy. So this has got a lot of this situation's got a lot of energy in it, and it's got the potential to go further. And the best approach to free yourself from getting too tight and to keep it moving really is the Queen of Swords. And this is about being very rational, I'm seeing, about being very clear about what you want, about communicating clearly. So this could be in connection to these sort of conflicts maybe that you've had. As well, the Queen of Swords, I would say that she is very on top of their thoughts, so it's not sinking into this negative thinking that we see that they go back to at the very centre of your reading, Taurus. The Queen of Swords is on top of her thoughts. She's very committed to the truth as well, the Queen of Swords. So that is her kind of bottom line. What she's most committed to is speaking the truth. And she'll cut through any kind of noise or nonsense or like from others, basically. She'll cut through that, which is sometimes where she's considered harsh and cold even, but really it's quite like it's from a place of commitment to the truth. And I feel like in this situation, Taurus, you need to take that approach anyway. It's also about, I'm hearing about being very boundaried as well. So if there are people who are trying to push against your boundaries, you need to just be really quite tough with them and strong with them, and don't shy away from kind of setting those boundaries and being really clear. I have got the Emperor energy come through, and this is for like external influences that are happening around you. The Emperor it could actually be like a manager or a boss for some of you at work, or it feels like a person in your life who is actually interestingly very controlling themselves with the Emperor. So this is someone who is pretty over domineering character, and when they're in the power, they're actually someone who's really good to have on side and good to have around, because they're a very strong character, can make things happen, they're a good leader. The flip side to that is that they can be controlling, they can micromanage a situation, and can be quite hard work in some ways. So this seems to be an important, like quite a big influence on your life at this time, Taurus, and on this situation, and what's happening for you at the moment. Just going to pull one more card, because right next to it we've got the Devil, and I feel like that's, to me, is always about trying to avoid old habits and old triggers. So I'm just wondering if this person here, this Emperor energy, can maybe trigger you, Taurus, can maybe get you in your head. It sort of can contribute to, I'm seeing, can contribute to you feeling uncertain about yourself. Maybe is this, I'm seeing this Temperance card sort of pop out to me now again as well, like almost like that sense of flow and balance needs to be, it's a bit of a fine line with this person, and maybe needs to be managed, and maybe there's someone who can make you doubt yourself and get you in your feelings and get you in your anxieties, just with the Devil card being right next to it here. Yeah, so I think this is you in the situation, and this is them, and the tendency is, I think, for you to maybe fall into like a bit of a people pleaser energy here. The Page of Cups is, it's almost like that this person could maybe make you feel, put you in your softer energy, which isn't like, almost that you don't feel that strong is what I want to say. And that can be a mixed bag, I think, when someone, maybe it's someone that you rely on, but maybe it's someone that you kind of lose your power with a bit. And with the King of Pentacles coming up here, I feel like if you can be mindful of this dynamic and avoid falling into that people pleasing and self-doubt, you need to move into a more King of Pentacles energy here. And I see that the King of Pentacles is really that you are very much a match for this person, as in you are just as strong as them, just as powerful in some ways, just as skilled, and not to let self-doubt, insecurities and worries, or this person maybe intentionally or unintentionally is putting you on the back foot somehow. And we've got the Star card here as the outcome, which is a beautiful card as the outcome, because this feels like a much lighter energy, and it's about a wish coming true and a dream coming true for you, Taurus. So what at the very heart of it is the dream and the wish for you in this situation. It feels like the relationships around you are quite complex and can be quite triggering. I'm just going to see what else we can see, Taurus, here. And this star energy is much more in line. It's almost echoing this temperance energy as well, that we see the water, it being poured in, and like this sense of give and take and this flow. And that being, I feel like that's what's going to set you free. So maybe someone is leaning on you too much. We've got the Lovers here, which is about positive connections. Again, almost that I'm seeing like a balance between these with the Lovers. It feels like equality is the goal here. So maybe someone is making you feel less than, and actually that you are equal to them. Even if it's a boss, even if it's that they do have a higher position than you as a role, it's different if someone is not being supportive of you and triggering you and making you feel that you're bad in your role, for example, and about pushing back on that as much as you can, obviously within the workspace, but not falling into letting someone make you feel bad about yourself or unskilled. Or if it's family member or loved one relationship, again, maybe that this person has quite a controlling energy and is quite overbearing and can get you, like I say, doubting yourself. And with this conflict here as well, if you tend to have harsh words, and you to fall into maybe this people-pleasing role as well. And I'm seeing that we've got the Queen of Swords, which is about clear communication, and about not letting your anxiety, worries get the best of you, and about stepping into your King of Pentacles energy, with you being an earth sign, Taurus, as well, that you are so practical, grounded, you may already have reached a level of financial success, but have the potential to do that. We see a king here who has so much growth and is a master at multitasking and getting stuff done, and is very skilled, and that's really you, Taurus, in this situation. But you need to if there's someone who's intentionally maybe making you doubt yourself, you need to push back on that, and create some more sense of balance, and then you'll move into this more star energy, which is much lighter, and you'll feel much closer to where you want to be in your hopes, dreams, ambitions, etc. And we see the Lovers card as well, which is beautiful, which is the opposite, the other side of the coin of the devil. It's about being connected to people in a good way. It's about being connected to things that we love, being connected to ourselves. Unlike the devil energy, which I see is you being triggered here in some way. I hope this message resonated for you, Taurus. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. It's always great to hear from you as well. If you want to leave some messages in the comment section down below, and subscribe for all future readings as well. But wishing you all the best in this situation. Love and light.